Welcome to the Boy vs. Failure podcast. It's your boy Pat Easy, aka Easy like Sunday mornings, aka Steve's Eves, and I'm here with.
You smoking on your top 5 tonight. It's your boy Todd in the building. What you good? I don't smoke, but you still smoking on your top 5.
You popping that shit. What's up, y'all? It's Renee. Follow me on Instagram, iPod. Welcome back. Episode 14.
14.
We outside. Stop playing with us.
Yes. And how y'all feeling on this day? It's windy, but it's still a nice day, man.
No, we outside. That's how I feel.
Listen, the
You
hidden fires are out of the air.
Yeah.
We could breathe natural
To
again.
talk about
Yeah.
weather.
We should start off with that, as a matter of fact.
I
It's
thought
like
we
a,
was in Armageddon.
as like a as like a little improv, you feel me? Like audible call, because like honestly, that just happened.
It
And
literally
we
did.
ain't never had no shit like that before. I went outside and it was orange. It was your favorite Instagram filter in 2015.
Yes.
It was Sophia outside.
Oh,
Oh, you remember?
right.
It was something.
You
else.
gotta watch.
It was a little like nerve wracking.
Yeah, I was kind of nervous.
Yeah.
Like I was telling my friends we might be in warfare and the government's just lying to us.
No.
Yeah.
And what really happened is that they said that there was fires on
Wildfire.
the east and the west
Of Canada.
of Canada.
Right.
So it was just really raging.
It was nervous.
But did y'all believe that though? Like the whole Canada wildfires, and then have you seen the videos of them like pouring the
Driving
fire
through.
on the?
Oh no, I saw a video of somebody driving through the wildfire.
Oh
Like,
wow.
They was on the strip
No,
and
that
they was
shit's real.
driving past it. I didn't believe it
Wow.
until then. But like I said before, I definitely thought like the government was covering it up and they was doing something to us.
Yeah. No.
People was like, "How is it? What the fuck? How's this affecting us in New York, New
Right.
Jersey, Connecticut?" I'm like, "What the fuck,
Where?
nigga? Niagara, Buffalo, Canada."
No, the reason why they saying that though is because people upstate did not experience the poor air quality that we did.
Oh, I didn't
So
know
that's
that.
why it's like it skipped over them. But I think like when it makes sense, like if the wind is fresh, I guess it was like blowing over them and then settling in our parts.
Yeah.
Right.
But it still was like questionable. Like, what do you mean? Like this is what's going on? Because they was living good. Their air was good. No red skies. No.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna assume that it has something to do with all those trees up there.
Yeah.
Maybe that has something to do
Possibly.
with it, but they're producing extra
Right.
oxygen, so they're just like, nah,
Right.
not over here,
And
baby.
I was
Go to the
also
city.
thinking too. Sorry.
It's not good.
No, I
but,
was finished.
like, what's the plan for a wildfire? You know, we don't see that often. So I'm like, do
Yeah.
they put the fire out or do they just let it rock? I feel like they was just letting it rock and not doing nothing. Like, just let the whole thing burn.
Sometimes
Listen, man.
it depends. Like, if it's big enough that it won't stop, that you just have to
You have to let it burn out.
But a lot of times you'll see, like, the emergency planes with the water, the
Yeah,
water
right,
storage
that's what I was
planes, and
thinking.
they'll release the water
Right,
over
right.
the land.
Well,
We had
Canada?
Smokey the Bear, man, but y'all got rid of him. I blame you, America.
well, Canada do better.
But seriously, all
Canada
in all,
feel better.
Yeah.
all in all, with that, like, I felt like the media played a big part in the scare too. Like, yes, it was serious. Like, for those that are not New Yorkers that are listening to the show, shout out to our global listeners, by the way.
Yeah, shout out to y'all.
It was basically a huge wildfire in Canada, and it polluted the air so badly that for us New Yorkers, it was tasting like ashes. For those of you that never smoked before,
We was
like,
in a hookah bottle.
yeah, it was a tart.
told you,
Like,
he was also-
it wasn't good. It was bad. They was trying to say in the media like super hyped it. They said 5 times worse than the air quality in China
And
when COVID started. Like, why are you trying to scare the people, man? Like, I get it, you gotta stay inside, but come on, man. A state of panic like that is crazy.
I can't imagine it being that bad.
They said 5 times.
And it reminds me though, like of how in China they automatically before the pandemic were walking around with those masks, and
Right.
I felt bad for people who have asthma, COPD. Like some of my clients, like
Right.
they was going through it
Yeah.
those days. So like I felt bad.
Word, that's true.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad we got through that. The air quality isn't back to normal, but it is clear
No,
outside.
we're good.
Yeah.
Oh, we're good?
Now. We're good
Yeah,
now,
it's
yeah.
been nice, man, having a breath of fresh air. I was scared personally, me being a father of my daughter, knowing that she loves outside, she want to go outside, she hate wearing masks. So I knew that was going to be a problem ASAP. So I'm glad it's clearing up.
So right now the air quality is 35, which is good. So we are back. Like
We are
when
back.
when the day that the sky was orange, the air quality was actually 369.
I heard it.
So like if you guys have an iPhone, you just go to weather. This whole part was red. I'm happy that we're good and we're alive now.
Amen.
That's crazy. But Let's see what we got on the
I
docket
want to
here
start
for
walking
today.
around like Kanye.
Hey.
No.
I'm
I'm not walking.
I'm not gonna lie.
Honestly, the shoes that look like a foot, I was never digging that. You get what
But
I'm
let's
saying?
tell the viewers, just in case y'all didn't see. So Kanye has been walking around with his estranged wife with shoulder pads and shoes on, not shoes, socks. Like that's just been his style. I don't know, like if that's the vibe or
They're
that's
like
what he's
sock
going for.
shoes.
Keep it a stock. They look like surgeon gloves.
Yo,
Yes.
I can't do it,
They
bro.
do.
Like,
They do.
The shoulder pad look, I feel like that might catch on though.
No.
I feel like it will.
With who? The Soho kids?
A lot of people are influenced by his fashion.
honestly,
And you got to think about it. People that wanted broad shoulders their whole life,
yeah,
this is their ticket.
This is too much.
Shirts with the pads in it already.
I'm out.
No.
Who wanted broad shoulders like that? The scrawny, like dude?
Short, scrawny people, yeah. Putting
know
their
what?
chest out, you know, wearing a
If it's
shirt
your
that they don't have to
style-
work out for.
If it's your
They
style,
look
go
like
for
a
it.
bushel of grapes. Like, that would not look good at all.
If that's what you're going for, go for it. But let's talk about his wife though too.
Yeah,
Like, who
man.
is this lady? You
Let's
even know her
talk
name?
about it.
I do
How
not
she
know.
married already. Not to say you can't get remarried.
This is like his second time remarrying though since the Kim thing. So we had Julia Fox.
Who is this woman?
He keep hiding her face too because I think they said she
She
looks
look like Pete Davidson.
Yeah.
That's how everybody like, and it's crazy because I've been seeing the memes, and I'm thinking like, yo, they really
I don't
put
even know
Pete
she
Davidson's head on her body, but it's really her head.
That's scary.
That's scary.
She really do though.
You are what you obsess about. That's a That's a quote for creators. You are what you obsess about.
I don't know what's going on with the fit. I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 10. Kanye, we can't go with you rocking like that. But
Like, why
I hope
you-
he's okay.
Why are you wearing? No, I don't feel like he's
think he
okay.
is.
I don't think he's okay. Why are you wearing a shirt that says Policia? What's
Right.
saying police in German?
Maybe he's trying to tell the people something.
I mean, after that whole, you know, I don't know if I want to mention it because I don't want to get canceled with the whole, you know,
What?
Listen,
when he
you
spoke
understand.
about a certain type of Jewish culture and people.
Right.
Next thing you know, he has a shirt that says police in German. I'm not trying to connect the dots here, but I just think that's really, really weird, you know.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
So
me
thanks
either. I
for bringing
completely
that up.
forgot about
really
it.
did not even put that two and two together.
Listen, Preppers Farms remembers. And me as well. So yeah, let's see what else we got on the docket for today.
Patrick Clark, the murderer of Takeoff, rest in peace to Takeoff. He was recently charged by the jury for his murder. I believe he was 33 years old and he shot Takeoff, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's really sad.
just another situation going bad. First of all, rest in peace to Takeoff, man. Rest in peace to
His family, like sending
Yeah.
condolences to his family. I know Quavo took it really hard.
Yeah.
So did Offset, right?
also,
Yeah.
because he wasn't really in the altercation. Like he was just in the area,
Right.
basically.
And apparently, like, I read a lot of people, like, when he did pass, a lot of celebrities, when they posted their tribute posts,
Mhm.
a lot of them were saying that, you know, Takeoff was always chilling,
Mm-hmm.
quiet, always a good vibe, happy and vibrant. So he was never with the rah-rah. So
Right.
for this to be his ultimate demise is like, what the hell? Like,
He was 28, right?
yeah, he's,
Like still pretty
yeah.
young. Like I didn't
Yeah,
think that
the
they were
youngest
that
one.
Yeah.
young. Like so they've been in the
Yeah.
game for a minute.
Just being stars and having a lot of money. That's where my whole thing comes into play. Like, come on, man. Like,
Yeah,
y'all shooting dice. I mean, I get it out of the bowling alley. It's a party, but it's like, come on, man.
What's that shit up?
Some of the ghetto shit y'all gotta stop doing when y'all got mad money.
But you know what? Like, if you want to shoot a little dice or something,
That's what I'm
fine,
saying.
especially if that's your culture. However, the
Dice
guns,
can be dangerous.
Or who? No, but I'm saying who you shooting dice with? Are you shooting dice with your uncles and cousins, or you shooting
Nah,
dice
sometimes
with?
you shoot dice with random people.
See, that's where I feel like you mess up, and that's where I feel like you need to change things. Like you need to be smarter about who you're associating with.
was Patrick shooting dice? Not him.
This got
I'm saying
Patrick Clark.
Like, was he shooting dice?
I
Or
have
was
no
he just
idea.
standing there? Like,
So,
if you're not shooting dice and if you're not losing or winning or money, then what's the point of you shooting?
Right.
I don't really understand.
So
Unless somebody told you to shoot.
so he was a DJ, and
he's a DJ.
yeah, he was a DJ. He
Nigga, you're supposed to be mixing the ones and twos.
Not shooting the ones
it's a
that-
party. So allegedly, you know, they were shooting dice, and someone had lost. This is all alleged, by the way. Someone had lost,
Allegedly.
and arguments ensued from that. And it could have been a situation where Quavo could have been left it alone or was the bigger man or whatever. From the TMZ footage that we have seen,
Right.
it just went bad from there. Like no one was trying to back down, and then a gun was brandished and someone was shot, and that person was taken off. Him trying to like flee the country afterwards, and him claiming his innocence, and then him being let out of jail, like that whole saga. Like I know a lot of people, it was traumatic for his family. It was traumatic for Takeover's family, having to go through all of that, knowing that he was very famous. But all in all, like justice was served and he was charged.
Yep. And Takeover's mom, she's actually suing the bowling alley because she believed that there wasn't enough security personnel present.
Right.
Which kind of makes sense,
It is.
especially if you're expecting that.
It's a party. It's not even a regular bowling alley session. It's a party and it's celebrities there.
Right, so that would be my question. I want to like ask y'all. Do you feel like he should have been responsible for his own security? Like being that he is a celebrity, normally celebrities have their own security.
Videos shown like him heading to the party. He only had like his man that he traveled with him and Takeoff, and then that dude.
But I'm saying
that was like his protection.
Is that though?
I feel like it depends. Cause like if you're going somewhere, like you meeting somebody that you know from out of town, I would not expect to need security. Whatever establishment I'm going to though, like if you're expecting that vast of a crowd,
true. I think
especially on a weekend, like come on, maybe up it up, like maybe 5 people.
I think that's when the question of who's responsible for security comes in. Like if you're holding an event that requires or is inviting a large number of people, that's when you start to think about security. And that's probably why she was able to sue. But me thinking like initially, like if I'm going bowling or when we go into bowling alleys, have y'all ever seen security?
No.
Or maybe I'm bugging.
But they're celebrities, and it's different though because of whose party it was. Jay Prince Jr.
Right. So I'll say those are the factors, and
a big factor.
Kudos to her because she did win the case, I believe, right? That she sued for.
Yeah,
or is it still in?
I believe it's still in motion.
Okay, still in motion. It's still kudos to her, and I hope that everything goes well.
Yeah, she just recently filed a wrongful death lawsuit.
Yeah, wrongful death lawsuit. Gonna have to because damn man, it's just fucked up for all parties involved.
Right. The next thing that we have on the docket is a G.K. Owens situation, where he was shot by a white woman.
Yeah, man.
Oh, excuse me, it's a woman. Excuse me, a G.K. is a woman.
Yeah.
She was shot by a Caucasian woman.
So she's a black woman. First of all, rest in peace to her.
Right.
She was with her 2 kids at the park, and the woman was there allegedly. This is alleged so far, and she had gotten into an argument with her kids, and they had left the park, and
it's actually a field that's next to the woman's house.
Oh.
So it wasn't even alright. So it's like the woman's apartment building is here, and there's an open field.
Okay.
I don't know under whose ownership. But the kids were playing in the field.
Okay.
Allegedly, the woman saw them from her apartment, and she started throwing racial slurs at them out the window.
Right.
And then she actually threw something out the window at one of the kids, which actually ended up hitting him in the foot. He left his iPad while they ran away to their mother. So mom came knocking on the door, and the woman shot her through the door. And allegedly, they've been feuding for about 2.5 years at this point.
Oh.
So this is ongoing.
This is
ongoing. Yes. Yes.
Wow, man. I hate stories like this.
It's really sad.
They were saying that the reason why it took them, so long to charge her is just because, remember, Florida has a stand your ground law.
Yeah.
So they had to just do that investigation to determine whether or not it was stand your ground.
Right.
The police chief, he was basically saying that from the very beginning, he believed that it was a killing. There was no standing your ground or anything like that. Because what's your reason for shooting somebody through a door? So now 4 kids have no mother. She was only 35. Like, that's crazy.
And it's clear that it was racially motivated.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of racial things going on in Florida's government right now, which is very, very
But it's
concerning.
not just Florida. And it's like to think that, slavery was some time ago, but still, like, we are experiencing racial attacks to this day. And then it makes me think about how certain bills are passed for certain groups of people. And yet, even after slavery, even after segregation, even after, like, someone basically like this is another like lynching in a sense.
Yeah.
We still don't have any anti-black hate bills.
Like, I feel like Ahmaud Arbery's case would be a token case where they didn't do anything to follow up with it. That man was literally ran down, chased down, and shot and killed. Why isn't there a hate crime bill in place?
That's the gentleman that was jogging alone, right?
And they just targeted him like,
because he didn't have any weapon, just black and jogging, trying to be healthy. Like, this is so sickening, and it's really sad.
It's exhausting.
It is.
Because it's just like, we're just here to live. We don't do anything. We're just trying to make our way. And still, like, it's a repeated cycle. They wanted to hold our people back then, and still they want to do it now, but they try to do it like
in certain ways.
Like
they try to do it in certain ways.
And it's crazy that you said through microaggressions. Like, I remember in school, I feel like I mention this every episode. Yes, I'm in school to get my master's in social work, y'all. It's hard, but I'm gonna keep bringing it up. We talk about like microaggressions, and even like in the term or like using the word micro, like that's not small.
Yeah.
Like, it's not. It's like a macroaggression at this point.
Yeah.
Like so, or just an aggression in general. So it's like we have to like do better as a people. When I say people, not only people of color, but like everyone in general. Like just kill these biases, kill like the racism, kill the hate.
Like just be better, be kinder to each other.
Right.
I feel like there's certain flashes of just showing that the ignorance towards the issues, it just gives more firepower to the people that didn't want to conform in the first place. It's just showing that, oh yeah, you know, my actions, I'll be all right, man. Fuck them, you know, like, and that's wrong in itself. And that's just for the Florida governor, you know. Yeah, like all of these rules that you're having is just crazy. They're literally inhumane towards a race of people. How can you say you're for everybody?
You want to get rid of Disney World? Like, how evil can you be for real? But Disney's not letting up.
Yeah, they got
Disney is suing
You're making
them.
me second guess going to Miami, Florida, any of those places.
Damn, I'm sorry, but
You still going? So you should
like,
own Just Be
listen.
Safe. Just be safe. Just be safe. Just be safe.
Yeah, I'm taking a chance on the racism.
just do it.
Take
Yo,
it.
I don't know. It's crazy. Like, I'm grateful to God that I don't experience any issues when I go down to Miami. Like, it's always just a good vibe.
That's
So,
good. I hope it stays that way.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
It also depends on
Please
who
stay
you
that
are.
way when I
Leave me
touch down.
alone. Like, I'm just there to tan, to drink, to eat good food, and to party. That's it. Like,
Nice. That's all. Yeah, that sounds great. That sounds like something I'm about to do.
Exactly.
Word up.
sure.
Please keep the racism to a minimum when I touch down.
No, keep it non-existent.
Well, while we're
It's
still
never gonna be non-existent.
while we're still talking about Florida, I do want to bring up the ex-football player,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Travis Rudolph.
That was in
So-
Florida as well?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. Florida, what are y'all
Florida?
doing?
What is
What's
going
going
on?
on?
Like,
Charlamagne always say the two craziest places in the world is Florida and the Bronx. And he's never been wrong so far for saying that. All the crazy stories come from there.
so I don't know if you guys know about this case, but back in 2021, Travis was dating some girl named Dominique Jones, and she was married to some other man.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Sticky situation.
apparently, allegedly, no, she did.
Yeah,
She
this is
did.
alleged, people.
Like, this is not alleged. She actually did this. She
Fact.
went through his phone and saw that he was talking to other girls, and she got all mad. They got into an altercation. She texted her brothers, "Come shoot his shit up."
Yo.
Literally that. I remember.
Literally, verbatim.
Yo.
So the brother comes with his friends, and one of the friends has a gun. So they start beating on Travis. They end up fighting in the street. Now they're beating on Travis's brother in the street. So Travis grabs his AR-15, runs out,
Sprint
lets
lock.
the chopper fly. 39
not
shots. Yeah, it's not. It's not. But like 39 shots. One of the friends ends up getting killed. So they just cleared him. It is self-defense. And I really just want to know why the girlfriend wasn't locked up.
That's what I'm saying. Like she was like there were certain questions they asked her, and like when she was on the stand, that she clearly changed her answers on it. And it's just like, come on, man.
Well, I think it's because it was vague, and to her defense, well, not to her defense, but like I feel like it could be argued on her side,
Right.
even when questioning like. Because I remember in the courtroom they asked her like, so you said shoot his shit up. What is the shit? And they kept asking her. She's like, well,
What
I didn't
is
mean
this
for
shit?
him to get hurt or anybody in his family to get hurt. Like, granted,
Yeah,
I
she
see
could
your
easily
side.
put it on them and be like, they
Wait.
decided to take it there.
I just,
You know.
I say like that's why like I say I would never jump into domestic, situations.
No,
And not
no.
to say that you can't support your friends, your loved ones. Because I have a sister too. I have a brother, like who I care deeply for, and would not want to see facts, and would not want to see that happen too. But you have to be careful when you diving into domestic, disputes.
Yes. Stay out of them. Keep it a
Because
stack.
they brought guns,
People
and
be
he
crazy.
brought his gun, and now she's out of a brother because she wanted to text him.
Oh no, her brother's good.
Oh, the
The
friend.
brother
the
is out
friend.
of a friend.
Right.
And that's another thing too. That's not
Oh, wow.
even your family, and you got involved in that, and you end up
Look
losing
at
your
that.
life.
That wasn't even his business.
Exactly, not at all.
And if you know your man, like he be shooting or he has the ability to shoot people, why would you tell people to come shoot?
If you know what you married,
That too.
Yeah, why is that
now,
being
you
discussed?
can't
Like,
be
you-
going 40 about your boyfriend when
You
you're
have a husband.
married, your husband at home. Like, come on, that doesn't make any sense to me. So that when I first heard that, I was like, she is
Too many
filled with
layers.
some audacity. Like,
Too many
how
layers.
dare you go and talk to other people when I'm married and you my boyfriend? Girl, if you don't let that man live,
That was such a toxic situationship.
yeah,
I mean,
very much
you
so.
talk about toxic relationships, and I want to get into like a scenario that I'm
Oh,
gonna ask y'all.
my
But
God.
first, Pod, we're gonna do our
Well,
new
we're gonna save
music
that.
drop.
Yeah,
Right,
we're
we're gonna
gonna
save
save
it.
Yeah.
But we're gonna do our new music drop. It's gonna be really brief. We want to just shout out to Moneybag Yo.
Shout out Money Bag.
It's the
'Cause
best.
He dropped that album.
It's a whole lot of motion involved. Yo, listen, that album.
Hey.
He dropped the album called
Where
Hard
your
to
bed
Love.
at?
He
Where
used to do
is
his
the
thing
bit
with
at? I'm
albums.
sorry.
Yeah, he used
The
to do
album
that.
is busting.
He dropped the album called Hard to Love. Y'all love it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nah,
I didn't get to listen to it yet. Tell me about it.
It's a vibe.
To
Tell
be,
me about it.
yeah, to be
What's your
honest-
favorite song?
Oh, here you go,
Motion
putting people
God.
on the spot.
Motion God, definitely. I love Motion God. Hold on, wait. There's another one.
I like the song that he got with Future, but to be honest, really with Moneybag Yo's songs, not even songs, albums, it takes me a while to digest it because I listen to so much music. But I usually find favorites after the fact, especially his last album, his last deluxe.
Oh,
I fucking
Motion
love that
God and Quickie.
Motion God and Cookie. Okay. I haven't gotten a chance to listen to it, so I'll take a listen. But I do I rock with Moneybag Yo.
Right. He's vibe.
His accent to you
Yes.
music, that could be a little bit too much sometimes for a New Yorker like myself. But I definitely rock
It's
with
that
Moneybag
Memphis
Yo.
shit, man.
Yeah,
But you know
that accent is crazy.
You know what I love? Like,
Everybody
he
can make it
has
sound like
a little bit of sass to it, to some of his songs.
I
Like,
got time today.
I'm not gonna lie.
damn, I
bro.
wish I could quote something right now. Like, I really have to listen to the freaking
I know what you mean
But,
when you say
like,
that, though. I definitely know what you mean.
Sometimes he'll be like, it's given. It's just like, okay.
It's
Like,
given.
yeah, it is given.
Nah, I
Right,
know what
but-
you mean by the side.
Like he jumps into that slang
Yes,
of women
right.
today. Okay.
To be honest, I've just been a fan of Memphis rap for a
Really?
long time.
Feeling it?
Yes.
That
Yes.
was
Like I still listen to JB the Block Boy.
That
Like he's
was
dumb nice to me.
When I went to Puerto Rico, I met this rapper from Memphis. Like, he made his own radio, his record label and all that stuff. Shout out to you, bro.
She be
But
getting out
the-
there.
Like outside.
The accent is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Literally,
They all sound like that, but
Yeah.
it's like the different flows that
There's
make it dope in their
and they
beat
go
selection.
real slow and smooth.
Word.
Like,
Where's NLE from? Is he
He's
not
from is he from Louisiana?
Louisiana?
Oh.
I think so.
Their accents.
Damn, him and Young Boy from the same place. That's
Yes.
crazy. And they had beef. Anyway.
But shout out to Moneybag Yo on his
Yeah,
album.
shout out to
Right.
You
Moneybag.
can see you have some fans on this show, so shout out to
Yeah.
you.
Moneybag, you been dope for a minute.
And now let's get
It's the
into
Michael
that.
Myers shame.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's get
bye.
into that scenario though that I was talking about. So
Okay.
on Twitter, right? Me and Maya actually saw this already, but
Okay.
there was a question and it was saying, what would you do if your baby father told you he had a baby on the way? We're gonna ask Maya to answer first, and then we'll reverse it in our own.
Oh, she had like a baby on
Right.
Wait, my baby father or my husband?
Well, it says baby father, your baby father.
You gotta hit him with the.
And then you have to remember on Twitter, there was a lot of women going in, and one woman said that she would just stay
Yeah, one lady said that she's staying because she's not gonna let no hoe break up everything that y'all worked hard for.
She's a strong,
that she
strong
worked hard
woman.
for into the relationship. That's a different opinion. What do you
She's a
think?
strong
Mo?
woman.
I was about to just say some reckless shit, but I
Go for it.
am on camera, and it might be a lawsuit.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
no,
you don't.
I'm not playing those games. Like, honestly, this
God
is all
forbid.
about it alone.
Father
Like,
God.
my heart is broken in 14 pieces, bro. Like, I wouldn't be able to fathom. I would not be able to fathom.
Would you stay though?
No,
Oh.
because I'm gonna be in jail. Like,
No.
She just went straight there.
yeah, no.
That is funny though.
But I was good. So it can either go through.
But you already have a child with him though.
All right, I'm gonna cry. Like, that's offered.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
definitely
right.
gonna
Cry.
It's
cry.
not like you just forget about him.
No, it's
You
not
stay
even
like your
stages.
child's
I'm
father.
still probably cry every single day 'cause that hurts. I'm gonna spaz out because it's just like we're supposed to be a unit, you know.
Right.
We have our family. Like, what the heck is this? What happened? Like, how did we get here?
Right.
And let alone baby on the way. Like,
Yo,
not you was cheating, not you was talking to somebody else, but you have a whole nother
yeah.
child about to enter this earth.
and it hurts more like when you feel like everything's going great in your relationship, and then
Yeah,
boom,
you go-
time
Yeah.
out, like what?
That's the bottom of the stomach.
The
pit
third
thing.
option is that you're gonna see me and the baby on a Wednesday, and then you're gonna wake up on Thursday, and the niggas is just gone
Ghosting. Like, okay, you're gonna ghost him.
with the baby. That
She out here
hurts more.
doing ninja
Like, I
tactics.
really
That's
don't mind.
crazy.
Like, that's really crazy. That's
So-
some toxic shit. Why
No,
would
yeah,
you do that?
it is. But so flip it on our side, I guess.
Yeah.
The question would be,
Because
What
I
would
feel
you
like it
do
hits different with
if
men.
your girl told you she was pregnant, but it wasn't by you.
Like,
I would do the same situation as her, but like I would tell my baby moms what I'm gonna do. Like, this is not.
This is over.
Yeah, it's over.
You're done.
We're gonna have to figure out how this co-parent thing is gonna go, and
no,
I'm gonna
I'm
try
keeping
to move
baby.
forward after
You
this.
got,
She said,
you got a new one.
You good.
You was in a rush. You got a new one, so go. No,
Nah,
that's
honestly,
my
I would
Her
say,
telling me that she's pregnant, and it's just
be
like,
careful
we have
on
a
how you tell
family.
me. That would be my first thing. I think you should back up.
I got to be back up.
exactly.
Send a text. I'm not saying that domestic violence is a thing, but
said
don't
send
be
a
in my reaching.
That's crazy because that opens up.
Mothers are in the
Right.
room.
Because it
so
opens up
much.
so many other
Mothers.
questions. Like, when
That
did
makes
this
it
occur?
worse.
You really was doing this behind my back, and then I'm gonna start thinking
The
more,
break
and
of
then
trust, like, oh my god.
It definitely is over.
yeah.
Oh, it's quiet.
I'm not holding that down. Can't.
That's a wild.
No,
Can't do it, my peoples.
no.
Todd, what would you do?
I told you it's done. And I said you better tell me from a distance.
Yeah.
And then hope my sister can't get there fast enough
Yeah.
to wherever you at because they coming to look for you. Like it's gonna be a problem.
Not-
Pregnant or not, I don't care.
He's like, I don't care.
I don't care. You're gonna have a problem. You should watch your back.
Like,
That's
why
what you
would
should
do
do.
that?
You should watch your back.
I'm
You should
so
watch your
offended
back.
like it happened to me. God forbid. Like,
No,
but
yeah, God
nah.
forbid.
So many
People,
questions I would
but
have.
people really do that. And
It
it's
does.
just
It
like,
happens.
Why would you do that to your partner? Leave it in the comments below. Why would you do that?
I honestly
don't
feel.
understand.
I feel like if the person wasn't pregnant, they would keep a good thing going. So it's, and then they was already planning it. You know, they was already doing something
True.
like that.
What
So.
you mean? Already-
As in,
No,
like,
like
if they
they-
never would have gotten your baby moms or her baby father wouldn't have gotten another woman pregnant, they would still be
Be
doing
doing what
it.
they doing.
Right.
Okay, okay.
So
That's- yeah,
it's
we
something
done.
they already had in
It
their
sounds like
nature.
you want to stay there.
Y'all treat you.
Congratulations.
Exactly what that
Congratulations.
is. Like,
You're an
Yeah,
idiot.
nasties.
That's wild.
But yeah, folks, that's all we have for you guys today. Thank you for supporting the show. Shout out all of our listeners.
Yes.
Shout out everybody, all of our subscribers. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube. Be sure to listen to all of our podcasts on every digital streaming platform. That's Apple
Facts,
Music,
facts,
that's
facts.
Spotify, that's SoundCloud, Pandora, iHeartRadio. You already know. We're everywhere. We
We're
even got
literally
audio
everywhere.
books.
Everywhere you can.
Tune in, tap in. There's no reason why you shouldn't.
Thank y'all
Have
so
you on
much
that?
for your
It's
support.
bully tactics at this point.
Make sure you
Nah,
like. No, for
Like,
real.
comment, follow, subscribe.
Right.
everything.
All of that.
Send
Right.
it to your
All that
mom,
good
your
stuff.
papa, your cousin, everybody.
Right.
Lord
Make me
bless
come
you,
looking
stand
for
your
you.
baby.
Don't make us
For
come
real.
looking for you.
And we
will.
got some good content on the way, and we got even more things in store. We got merch, you know what? I'm not even gonna mention nothing else. You already know.
Honestly, summertime is coming.
Right.
You finna see us.
different locations filming too. Might be filming on a cruise ship. You never know. So just letting you guys know, man. Glory versus failure. If life was a podcast, it would be us.
Thank y'all.
Glory versus failure. There is nothing to it, cause you win some and lose some. Sandra Bullock. Tell me when I'm way too much. When no one had faith in us, they thought childish child's